Who needs a little trim? I'm looking at you, Corey. I'd rather put my head in a wood chipper.
His opponent, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 271 pounds, Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
You know, I'm going to be honest, guys. If there is anyone I would trust with my hairstyle, it would be Brother Brudai. Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Brother Brudai. Here we go, Brutus Beefcake setting it up. This might be... Yeah. Oh my! What a stomp! Good grief! Just a debilitating neck breaker. Beautiful technique. Look at this. Full impact. Brutus Beefcake with the high knee. But is it enough to end it? Setting up for it. You gotta believe this one's over. Can he finish the job?
According to historians, the twisted metal that we see as part of steel cages today dates back 80 years. To settle a dispute between competitors Jack Bloomfield and Count Pietro Rossi, the two met inside a ring surrounded by chicken wire. At first, these types of matches were referred to as fence matches.
Oh!
Corey, you gave us an impressive history of the origins of the steel cage match. I'd like to point out to our viewers that from the 1960s to the mid-1980s, chain link fences were used to enclose the ring for WWE steel cage matches. A superstar could win by pinfall submission or by exiting the cage through the cage door or climbing over the top of the cage.
We should also point out, Michael, that the way to win a steel cage match can vary by match depending on what was agreed to before contracts to compete in the match were signed. Talking about history, at WrestleMania 2, WWE unveiled the redesigned steel cage with solid steel blue bars before returning to chain link mesh in the late 1990s.
The rivalry between Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude began during the Super Pose Down at the 1989 Royal Rumble. Then it progressed to where both superstars battled over the Intercontinental Championship. At SummerSlam 90, the rivals met inside a 15-foot-high steel cage for the WWE Championship. Victory could be achieved by pinfall or escape from the cage.
Corey, the WWE Championship match between the Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude was the second half of the double main event at 1990 SummerSlam. The rivalry between the Warrior and the Ravishing One was so heated that no one knew what to expect once the two men were able to battle inside a steel cage, which at the time was the most grueling match in all of WWE.
The Ultimate Warrior dominated early on with his incredible strength. Rick Rude turned the tables and used the steel surroundings to his advantage. At one point, Rude dove from the top of the steel cage matches in the books. If you look at Adam Cole's career, it becomes clear very quickly that this man is as brash, resourceful, and resilient as they come. And he realized a significant amount of success by being that way. He may not appear that way, but that...
And his
looking, guys.
From San Francisco, California, weighing in at 271 pounds, Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
And we're underway. Looking at these two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup.
Nailed it.
Nice jumping knee from the Barber.
That'll shatter your face.
It's heating up now.
Brutus Beefcake just changed the momentum of this match.
And it's Adam Cole showing some agility. Harsh impact.
You have to like his chances here.
Look at this.
There's a certain feeling that comes over the combatants in a steel cage match once they hear the door close and see the official lock it. A superstar must know that their body is going to be thrown against the steel, that their face will most likely be raked across the cage, and that anything is legal in this environment.
Ooh, what impact. He's struggling a bit here. This may very well be one of his toughest challenges in a very long time.
He better be careful. If he's not, things can very easily go from bad to worse for him inside that cage.
We spoke about this earlier. Corey, it's crucial for a WWE superstar to fully understand the gravity of the situation they're in when they battle inside a 15-foot-high steel cage. An individual must be ready to endure pure brutality and be prepared for the fight of their life. No one leaves a steel cage match without scars.
Corey, you said something of value for once, and that anything is legal inside the steel cage. To that point, something else we've seen over the years is interference. Whether it's The Undertaker coming up through the ring or John Cena getting bashed in the head with the cage door from the outside, it's all legal in the cage.
If the manner in which Adam Cole debuted in NXT wasn't enough, look at his body of work since then to see how vicious this man can be. Everyone from Drew McIntyre and Cassius Ohno to Sanity and Roderick Strong have been victims to this man's assaults.
Look, I don't know why you're acting surprised. The Undisputed Era founder knows it takes brute force to get the job done and win championships. He shouldn't have to apologize to you or anyone else for that.
Something that was recognized earlier was Adam Cole's trail of destruction since coming to NXT. I think it's obvious that he will do anything he can to get ahead, no matter who gets hurt along the way or what it costs.
I feel like I'm the adult at a dinner table with a bunch of whiny kids. All that matters is that Adam Cole is a proven winner and an effective leader. Plain and simple.
Too quick for him there.
When I think of Adam Cole, I become overjoyed in a way. I think of someone who's an elite technician in the ring, always one step ahead of his opponent, and proud to let you know it. That's my kind of guy.
He's making a statement here with this attack. When Monday Night Raw heads to your neck of the woods, do yourself a favor. Go be a part of the longest-running weekly episodic television show in history. I need to return to Corey's gushing over Adam Cole's supposed finer qualities. I'm going to look at it another way. There are many who believe Adam is irreverent, braggadocious, obnoxious, and arrogant.
The crazy part is, I think Adam Cole would beam with happiness either way he was described. While some of these things can be debated, one thing that is, dare I say, undisputable is Adam Cole's success.
What a way to win a singles match.
Here is your winner, Adam Cole.
What a grueling match. It looked like anybody's match there toward the end.
That was simply a case of one guy determined to prove his dominance over another.
Social media has been buzzing over this Raw match ever since it began, and now that it's over, I actually anticipate it intensifying.
Yeah!
And his opponent, from Pembroke, North Carolina, weighing in at 250 pounds, Tatanka!
And we're underway. Looking at these two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup.
It shouldn't be a shock that the Dudley boys were involved in one of the most intense tables matches we've seen in recent memory. At the 2015 TLC event, the Dudleys called on their Extreme brothers Tommy Dreamer and Rhino to battle the Wyatt family in an 8-man elimination tables match. People were flying everywhere that night, and in classic ECW fashion, so were the trash cans and kendo sticks.
The match in 2015's TLC event with the Dudleys, Tommy Dreamer and Rhino versus the Wyatts, was chaos from the second all 8 superstars were in the ring. Braun Strowman was awesome in his destruction of all 4 members of Team Extreme, but the ECW originals kept their focus on making sure each member of the Wyatt family crashed through a table.
The ECW's originals love a brawling clash, with the Wyatts' drive to destroy anyone who stepped in their path. The Wyatts took the advantage after Rhino and Devon Dudley were eliminated, and they didn't look back. Bubba Ray took on the Wyatts with everything he had, but the sick power of the Wyatt family was just too much, as seen when Braun Strowman chokeslammed Bubba Ray through the final table.
Oh, a knee right to the face. That knee is a lethal weapon. He's not looking good here. He can't be happy with how this is going right now.
He's really starting to look fatigued here, guys, and when that happens, your whole body starts to give out on you. He's going to need to be careful here.
Regardless of how you feel about the tactics employed by Adam Cole, the man's ability when the bell rings is incredible. You'll be hard-pressed to find a more versatile competitor anywhere.
I'm shocked. You finally got something right, Michael. The Panama City Playboy is a superb technician and can brawl with the best of them.
Oh, Corey, he unloaded there. Taken off his feet here.
And it's moves like that that make him so dangerous.
Let's go back to Adam Cole's well-rounded skill set. He can fly, he can make you tap, he can knock you out, and with the Undisputed Era, he can execute a plan flawlessly. You have got to love it. It's all about Adam Cole in there, baby.
Oh, there he goes again. Listen, anyone who is going to sign a contract to square off against Adam Cole needs to realize exactly what they've gotten themselves into. Cole calculates every move he makes in that ring.
No matter what tool you're using to gauge its impact, Adam Cole appearing at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3 changed the entire NXT landscape. Just ask Drew McIntyre and the other losers who've fallen victim to Adam Cole.
And he's heading back in.
Close quarters. Oh, what a knee.
Oh, man! Ouch. Caught with the elbow.
Right on the jaw.
Not too long ago, Corey brought up Adam Cole's historic debut.
You only got one. Make your last shot count.
I knew it was only a matter of time.
This right here is exactly what Adam Cole was waiting for.
Cole knows when to pick his spots.
A quick reversal by Tatanka.
Using the elbow as a weapon.
You want to talk about WWE Hall of Famers taking things to the extreme? The first look out.
Thank you for tuning in to Raw, the flagship program of WWE.
Wow, I thought he was a goner.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Corey, I remember seeing photos of that horrible scene in wrestling magazines. The pile driver was utilized when Terry Funk planted Nature Boy Ric Flair on a table at WCW's Wrestle War 89 pay-per-view. Did something happen in sports entertainment in the early 90s? He might have it, trying to make a comeback.
Here is your winner,
And here we go. Tables match action underway. This isn't where he wants to be, guys.
He needs to get back inside that ring.
Oh, my God, what a forearm.
Right to the jaw.
Oh, so ruthless.
Now that's how you use a table to your advantage.
Close quarter. Boom! Oh, a knee right to the face. Irish whip. Look out, there he goes.
Knocked right off his feet.
Tatanka starting to feel the pressure.
With these two guys, we all knew that. Look out!
Through Kofi Kingston's career, the exciting superstar has competed in several types of WWE matchups. It didn't take long for Kofi to get comfortable in the tables match environment. At 2011's TLC event, Kingston took on the Celtic Warrior Sheamus in a tables match for the United States Championship. Kofi was impressive in the match as he combined defense with his unbelievable high-flying assaults.
Byron, you spoke about Kofi Kingston's tape. When this guy's on, look out. What a stomp.
Good grief.
And Tatanka reverses it.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
And he's heading back in.
There are so many different ways for a superstar to put their opponent through the table in a tables match. Some matches start off as wild brawls and a table is brought out from under the ring in the match's opening minutes. In others, superstars are very strategic about when they bring out a table because they know if they're not careful, momentum can be reversed and they could end up being the one who goes through a table.
Vicious strike. Knocked off his feet.
Now that's a takedown.
Byron, you talked about strategy that involves a tables match. I was in WWE when the Dudley Boys came from ECW, and you could say that things changed a bit thanks to Bubba and Devon. Something that's also important to remember in a tables match is that it's not important how or where the table is positioned. Uh-oh. Oh, buckle bomb! And table it, yes! Takes it!
Here is your winner, Adam.
Big singles win here, guys.
I could watch them go at.
Look who's here. There we go. Big boot.
singles action is underway, and in this one, I wouldn't attempt to predict what's going to happen. I'd just be ready for anything. Sometimes that's all you can do.
Close quarters.
Oh, nasty impact.
Looking for the exclamation point.
Side Russian leg sweep.
Oh, perfect form. But is it enough to end it?
Jim the Anvil Neidhart can draw the curtains up.
Wow, I thought he was a goner.
Not today. He's not going to go quietly.
No superstar worth his salt ever does.
Oh, what a backbreaker.
Man, just ugly impact.
Toss to the outside.
What a stomp.
Good grief.
For anyone who's signed to face Adam Cole, they must be prepared to defend themselves immediately. Cole in the Undisputed Era. Do not wait for a bell to ring or a referee to start the match. History has certainly proven that.
Time and time again, we see how Adam Cole looks for an opening and seizes with brutal force. And when he senses a weakness in an opponent, he does everything in his power to exploit it. And Jim the Anvil Neidhart says, not this time.
Speaking of the predatorial-like tendencies of Adam Cole, Byron, it does bring up an interesting point.
You only got one. Make your last shot count.
I knew it was only a matter of time. Come on, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. You got this.
Incredible.
Come on, Jim the Anvil. Harsh impact.
Nice shot.
Yes! Unreal performance.
Here is your winner, Adam Cole.
There's a lot of pride on the line between these two athletes tonight.
Two of the proudest athletes we have ever seen in WWE.
There it is.
Did you hear that crack?
Incredible.
There was a lot of force behind that one.
No, there's the reversal.
And it's Adam Cole showing some agility.
Oh, what impact.
British Bulldog.
Adam Cole, this is going to be big.
Tell me about it. This just ain't going to do it.
Incredible.
There was a lot of force behind that one.
Incredible.
There was a lot of force behind that one.
Incredible.
There was a lot of force behind that one.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
There it is.
Did you hear that crack?
Incredible.
There was a lot of force behind that one.
Incredible.
There was a lot of force behind that one.
You can tell a superstar is really engaged with the WWE Universe when they can get the entire crowd to continually chant a single word. And Adam Cole has done that.
baby!
I just so happen to think that most of the WWE Universe and people in general are incredibly infantile, so of course they'd like to yell, baby, but in this case, they're giving a great competitor some proper attention.
Oh my gosh, it's baby! Jeez.
I was reminded of something when we first discussed Adam Cole's catchphrase, baby. You really got it easy. You only got one. Make your last shot count.
That one should put the...
And here we go. Adam Cole with the cover. Adam Cole gets the win, baby.
Here is your winner, Adam Cole.
And there's your winner here in this singles match.
That's a big win right there. Anytime you can pin another WWE competitor's shoulders to the mat for the 3 count, you should be proud.
As we close the book on this match, I need to remind everybody just how
Adam Cole is here with one thought in mind, to shock the system. Oh, man, what a strike. What a stomp.
Good grief.
Nailed it.
Oh, right to the face.
The rude awakening. What a stomp.
Good grief.
Oh, right in the face.
Destroyed.
Just a nasty headbutt.
Whether you agree with Adam Cole's approach to sports entertainment or not, the man immediately established himself as a dominant force in NXT. As leader of the brash faction known as the Undisputed Era, he's one of NXT's most influential stars.
I second your opinion when it comes to Adam Cole's position in NXT, Michael. Cole took aim at NXT's best, that including joining his Undisputed Era brethren and winning in the historic War Games match at NXT TakeOver Houston.
Gentlemen, let me ask you a question. When will you learn that people's opinions don't matter? What matters is success. Adam Cole also survived a brutal Extreme Rules match at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, and then 24 hours later, competed in his first Royal Rumble match. Now that, my friends, is dedication.
I'm really looking forward to seeing Adam Cole in action tonight, but I've always wondered if Adam Cole is really related to you, Michael.
Figure it out, Byron. Byron, I probably shouldn't even dignify your dumb theory from before with the response, but rest assured, Adam Cole is not my baby.
Why would you be offended by that, Cole? Most folks would love to have a son as strong and successful. You only got one. Make your last shot count. He's really looking to prove a point here.
Hopefully Bam Bam Bigelow can recover.
Lariat.
Bam Bam Bigelow with the W. Look who's here. Bam, bam, Bigelow.
And his
On
opponent,
Monday.
from Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Float over. And do it. Oh, man, that hurt. Ooh, what impact.
DDT.
Landed. This might be it.
Oh, my.
November 18th, 2017 marked another historic NXT event. The battlefield known as War Games returned as a form of combat. And this time, it was going to include 3 teams battling for survival. Face plant. This is now Bam Bam Bigelow on the defensive.
I got goosebumps before, Michael, when you talked about the return of the War Games. It was Adam Cole's Undisputed Era against Sanity, against the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong. The final elimination, and this one is over.
Here is your winner,
Adam Cole is here with one thought in mind: to shock the system. What great. Float over into the DDT.
Spiked him.
Soul kick.
Now look at his aggression, just pure brutality.
Come on, easy.
Beautiful technique.
We talk about how important stipulations are in a steel cage match. If superstars sign a contract where the only way to win is escape the cage and have both your feet touch the floor, the competitors must have a plan. Especially since you have to be comfortable trying to escape through the cage door as you do climbing over the top of the cage and vice versa.
Gotta believe this one's over. Corey, you touched on something moments ago that's so important for the combatants in a steel cage match to remember. A superstar must be able to think offensively to figure out how they're going to escape the cage. They must think defensively at the same time so they can prevent their opponent from getting out of the cage first and winning the match.
Well, a superstar must become comfortable with escaping the cage by both exiting the cage door and by climbing over the top of the cage. They must also be aware of their attributes and what's best for them. Let's just say if you're a giant like The Big Show, The Undertaker, Kane, or even Braun Strowman,
shoulders on the mat. Digging deep for a kick out.
A good kick out from the bad guy.
The WWE Universe has seen the evolution of the steel cage in the enclosure known today as Hell in a Cell. The first time an enclosed cage was seen was in October of 1983 in the last Battle of Atlanta. The enclosed cage was seen a few years later in the War Games match from the NWA. There were even cages stacked on top of each other, like WCW's Tower of Doom.
Byron, we talked about the progression of steel cage matches and the type of structures that have been spawned from them. I need to point out that some cages have been electrified. One was made from bamboo in the form of a Punjabi prison match. And, of course, the Elimination Chamber with glass pods and steel doors.
Oh, man. And today we have the Asylum match, where weapons are on top of the cage. Just goes to show you that times may change, but the objective to...
The Florida Keys! Boom!
What's he gonna do now?
The steel cage is a massive enclosure that stands 15 feet in height. For almost 35 years, a select group of high flyers have taken their aerial assaults to greater heights. And when I say that, I mean superstars climb to the top of the steel cage, the real high-rent district, and dive off onto their opponent. And that all started with one man in October of 1983, Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
To your point earlier, Byron, we've definitely seen some unbelievable attacks be launched from the top of the steel cage. And you mentioned the most iconic.
Oh, but he's got to capitalize now. Harsh impact. This could be it.
And here we go. Adam Cole with the cover. Adam Cole gets the win, baby.
And here we go with what will undoubtedly be a thrilling steel cage match.
This might be it.
Oh, my.
Oh, right to the jaw. What a stomp.
Good grief. And the instinct from the Giant on display.
Brutal face buster. What a stomp.
Good grief.
Well, that's not right. Somebody do something about that.
And it's Adam Cole showing some agility. Neck breaker.
Andre the Giant now on the defensive. He looks incredibly motivated, though. Don't expect him to be down for long.
You hate to think this way, but part of me thinks he might be over his head inside that steel cage.
The good news for him is that he doesn't appear to have taken too much offense up to this point, but that can obviously all change here.
Nailed it. Oh, what a forearm!
That was dirty. Oh boy, he is rolling. The Florida Keys.
You gotta believe this one's over.
Big opportunity here.
The international acclaim Adam Cole received before invading NXT is something everyone should know about. It even included battles against Undisputed Era member Kyle O'Reilly.
Oof. Beautiful technique. Ooh. WWE fans watching this match all around the world.
You mentioned, Corey, that Adam Cole's impressive career before coming to NXT included locking up with O'Reilly. Adam also battled the likes of Shinsuke Nakamura, Kevin Owens, and Roderick Strong.
There were also matches against Johnny Gargano and Cedric Alexander. Guys, Adam Cole's response from the crowd at his NXT TakeOver Brooklyn debut appearance was not an accident.
Oh, nasty impact. Oh, what impact!
Ooh, what impact!
Adam Cole orchestrated his invasion of NXT to shock the system. But as we saw the night after NXT taking over Philadelphia, for the creator of the Undisputed Era, that was just the beginning.
The Extreme Rules match Adam Cole competed in against Aleister Black was brutality redefined. So when the buzzer went off during the 2018 Royal Rumble match the next night, no one expected Cole to be the 23rd entrant.
When this guy's on, look out.
Quick thinking to avoid that one.
Harsh impact. Looks like both these superstars have found that little extra something to keep themselves going here tonight.
Yes! Takes it!
Here is your winner,